here's how to swap out from one of these systems to just the old school system, and here's the parts you'll need. First things first, get rid of the water. Flush it and turn the little thing off. Alright, now once you get the water empty, there's still some down in here. You're going to need to pull this guy out of here. So there's a couple things you do. One, you take this clip off. And then two, I just kind of turn that till it pops off. This piece comes out like that. That needs to come out, but it's going to drip out of the bottom of that, so you want a little bucket. So I just got a little bucket here that I can put down here. So when I undo this, show you here. Now remember, I've got this turned off. That's key here. And now I can pull this guy up out of there. And that's what that little bucket's for. So you see this little clip that's on here, this comes off of here too. Just give it a little jerk. It's popped off. There's the one we're putting in now. So we'll get this guy out here. I'll show you what its parts are. That's what you got in there. Basically the same little ring, the same little clip guy, and a tube. I'm going down underneath to put this on. We already saw how I took it off. All that's put back together. Now we need to also take off this old guy, because you're gonna have to replace it with a new old one. So this goes off in reverse. Let's get this guy opened up. Now this part's a little tricky, but here's what's going on here. Is you take this apart by pulling this out of here. Like that, okay? It takes a little bit. And then this piece comes right out of there. So set this and this aside for now. This is what we're focusing on. And we're gonna just spin this off of here in reverse. Put this in here. You see that little washer goes on the side in there, that little rubber washer. And it goes back on in reverse. Okay. Okay, and then this thing's gonna have to adjust to your toilet. The way that it comes in the package is generally not right. So what I do is I take it and crank it around to like, that's too far, like about like that. Okay, now put that like that, put this like that. Pop them together. There we go. Okay. And this little tube here, let me show you here where it goes. You see that little right there? That's where that tube goes. So I'm going to put that on, but I'm going to put this back up here so I can work. So, and this goes in the other end of it. So I'll stick this on one end. Just kind of twist that on there like that. That's going to clip in here. And then this is going to go on here. So go ahead and just work that on there. Same way. I'm just twisting it on. Okay, I've got that on. And then this is going to clip on here. It's just like that. And that's what fills that bowl up. So now let's put this guy on. Those two little guys clip on right there. There, right there. And then this goes onto here. Now it's got to go at the right level in order for this, when you pull it, to pull that up. A little tricky to get that thing in there sometimes. Especially if you have eyes like mine, which are horrible. There we go. I'm afraid to get eye surgery done. It wigs me out. Okay, I think that's good. So, everything's tight. Is that making its connection? It's making its connection, I think. Let's turn it on and see how we got. Okay, we're filling up. Make sure we're not leaking anywhere down here. I don't see any water leaking anywhere. Now, this might need adjusted. We'll see. Let it fill up. All I gotta do is just be smart about how I flush it. If I just 1, 2, 3, that was enough to flush the toilet. And look how little I used in there. I think if some people make that to where when you flush this, it just stays open because its distance is far apart, so it just kind of hangs in the water. So that's where you push it and it goes up and it floats, and then the whole thing goes down. But if you just do it to where it's only got enough to where it's still trying to suck it back down when you flush this. 1, 2, 3. Then you save water that way. And if you want to adjust this float, you just turn this little guy here and it can adjust that float to more or less water that it's filling up. This seems to be working on the defaults for me. The only thing I adjusted was that length of that. And you can see how far I adjusted it, which is I've got that much hanging out. Now granted, all these toilets are different, but there we go, flushed. And you can see I was only using that much water. Okay, that's how to take the old system, or whatever you want to call it, that system, and swap it out with that system. Hope that helped.